Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Not That Complicated. It's Tasia.
Jametra.
And Morgan.
And we back with
Hey,
another one.
we back,
What's
we
up?
back. We
What it do?
back.
Okay.
All right, so we just want to hop right on in with the icebreaker for this week. And this one is one Tasia saw. She wanted to talk about it before. But it is would you rather have the wrong foundation, either I'm gonna say too light, because too dark don't always be looking
You
at
can
that.
work
Just
with
like
too dark.
Yeah. So too light foundation or a fucked up leave out. Like bone straight leave out and your hair just not getting straight. Like that kind of mess up thing.
Too light foundation me because you can fix that. You can.
Yeah.
I'm just not
You
putting
can
no highlight
either
on.
fix that or you can take it off the same day. Like a whole sew-in.
Oh my God. This is supposed to be like you can't fix it. You have to stick with one or the other.
Yeah, I'm
Jametra's
choosing
over
too light foundation.
Oh my
And I'm
God.
bronzing the hell out of
Yeah,
it.
I feel like I could work with too light foundation. I would just like contour my butt off.
Yes,
Did
and
you-
no highlight. I'm not doing highlight. So then it just.
But I just
it's on your
said
face.
you can't fix it. It's gonna be too light.
It's
Whatever
not fixing
anything
it.
you fix it.
That's not, no, it would still be
It's
too
still
light.
gonna be too
But we
light.
just finessing. That's
We
all.
just making it look better. Because when that flash photography comes out, you're going to be looking like Casper the motherfucking Friendly Ghost.
I don't take pictures and I wear hats. I'm wearing a hat. I throw a hat on and go to work any day.
I was thinking of like going out
Any
settings.
day.
That's what I was imagining.
Yeah. Or like walking around on a college campus.
Yeah.
I'm definitely wearing a hat on a college campus. I mean,
I wasn't thinking about going.
Well, obviously not to a club, but like anywhere else, I would wear a hat. I would wear a hat to a restaurant. I would wear a hat on college campus. I would wear a hat to the store. I would wear a hat anywhere. So I'm choosing a hat.
Yeah, just bronze that hoe up.
All right. Well, that was the easy one then.
That was easy.
Yeah.
That was all you had? Dang good. That was quick. All right then. So let's get into the pop culture. You already know what's up. We go right into it. What do you guys have today?
I just want to take a second for Chadwick because he deserves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My feelings are legitimately hurt. Like hurt. And I don't really, celebrity deaths don't really be bugging me like that. But I can definitely say Kobe, and I'm not even like a big basketball fanatic. It's just like, I don't know what it is. But with Chadwick, I was just like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? And then the details about him like having cancer during his most prominent roles, it's just like, again, what do you mean?
Yeah, that was wild.
What you mean?
That was wild. That's what got me. I was like, this whole time, like you've been doing all this stuff, like I was just
you've
like,
been in between chemo and surgeries. Like, what?
Yeah, that was what got me. I was like sitting on my phone for like 10 minutes just scrolling down Twitter, and I was like, what? I don't really get fazed by celebrity deaths, so I wasn't really like, when I saw it, I was like, and I was scrolling, like stuck for like 10 minutes, but then I was fine. Even Kobe, I didn't really face me.
For me, I
like
think
some people said they were
it was just like processing, like helicopter. Like, I just feel like for Kobe, I always expected him to die as a old man. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird because I don't
random.
I don't really have a connection with him at all. But okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was a joke because I was on Facebook and when I say never on Facebook, I'm never on Facebook. And I saw a picture of Chadwick and it was white and black and I was like, okay. And then I get to reading and I'm like, wait, is this a Facebook thing? So I go straight to like Twitter and Instagram and all I see is him and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, it's for real?
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty. I was like, dang. And it was like so random.
Sudden.
And I was just like, huh? Yeah. Who would have known? Like literally. I can understand being private and stuff, but it's just like the fact that it was just so random. I think that's what's getting everybody. It was so
we didn't even get an announcement when he got to like stage 4. Something.
It was so random. And I was just like, damn.
And I know we discussed when I was like, oh, he had a wife, but he just recently got married. So I knew I wasn't tripping because I knew like he didn't have a wife for like no long extended period of time. So yeah,
yes,
because
yeah, I
they just
didn't.
got engaged in October. So I think
Oh yeah.
there was some articles
Oh.
saying that he proposed like once he started losing his battle. In a
Mm,
sense, I was like, oh, stop it,
yeah. Yeah, this whole
right?
time I think I just assumed that he was always married and had kids. He just seemed like the
Oh no,
type of
he don't
celebrity
even
that was
have
married and had
kids.
kids.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, I guess that softens the blow a little bit.
Child. But yeah, that's my pop culture. And the verses with Brandy and Monica just finished.
Oh yeah, y'all can recap that because I ain't go there
Brandy
yet
did
because
it.
I didn't know them
Okay, I feel
songs.
okay. Of course, in my opinion, Brandy won. I do respect Monica and everything that she brings to the table, but I just do not feel like they're in the same lane. I just feel like people compare
Mm-hmm.
them because they were both really young '90s R&B stars, but I just
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like they're.
And I think the beef they had added to it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and them
Because
having a song together.
when you think about it, neither one of them is really like that relevant in today. Like we all love Brandy, we all love Monica, but we not thinking about Brandy or Monica on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
like just musically,
I'm
we're not
not.
thinking. Okay, well she has no taste in music.
No, I'm not taking it back. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I just don't listen to them songs. I was not my time. I was more like a Chris Brown, Raven Simone, Cheetah Girls kind of thing. Like at that age, I wasn't going back listening to Monica and Brandy. No, I need Disney Channel bops. Period.
I mean, I know Disney Channel bops too, but I just know these songs.
We did both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
couldn't
just
relate to
know
somebody
these
talking about The
songs.
Boy Is Mine. I was like 7. Might have been younger than that.
Cheetah Girls, they were singing about boys and stuff too.
Was.
But not arguing back
Hannah
and forth with
Montana
another
said, if we
girl.
were a movie, you'd
You
be the
be
right guy, and I'd be the
Yes.
best friend that you fall
like,
That
in love with
you
in the
fall in
end.
love with in the
So
end.
she was
But
talking
that
about
was
a
like
man too.
relevant. I know, but to me it
to
was relevant. It
who?
was going because it was going on in my life. That was current. I wasn't gonna be 7. Oh, let me get on because it's not like we had streaming. We had to either you already had to have the CD or you had to get on YouTube and you might have been able to find it. Still kind of early back then. So like was I gonna be like,
Well,
Mom,
I
here's your
didn't.
CD so I
Yeah,
can listen to Brittany?
I didn't learn
No.
it from doing that. I learned it from my mom. She listened to that. That's her age. She
And really
listened to
not
that kind
even
of
that for
music.
me. I just discovered
Yeah, or
I
even
think
later
I
in the
think
day.
I discovered Brandy more through Moesha and then got into her
Yeah,
music. And
yeah.
That
Monica
makes sense.
more down the line. Because like I said in the group
Yeah.
message, all I heard in the car was gospel. Unless I was
Yeah,
in the
Yeah.
Navy
I'm
booth
Safford.
sometimes. I heard a little like Luther Vandross, some Jennifer Holiday, stuff
Do
like
you at least
that.
know those people? You know that kind of music?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Ooh.
Not
saying.
you,
Like
Tasia. Tasia.
oh,
Yes. Yeah. I'm just saying I'm not a stand for Brandy and Monica. Like that's not like
Well,
no.
I'm not a stan either, but
But I wouldn't be able to tell you their albums. I know like 4 songs and that's it. Like
you don't
I'm
even
gonna be
know.
like
I'm gonna
somebody's
put it
playing.
down. We're gonna fall in love. I'm gonna put it down. We're
Yeah,
gonna
that
fall
came out
in
late
like,
though.
if you put it
That was
down,
more
and
yeah, that was like
so
early
yeah, I
that was
know. So
2000s.
exactly. So that's
2010s. So that I
you
can
saying.
I'm not
So
wasn't that like
when
in 2010s like something like
yeah,
that?
it was with Chris Brown. So it was a
Yeah.
later song. So, but my thing is when those songs come out, you be like, oh my God, Brandy is iconic. When people talk about it, they're like, oh my God, Brandy's iconic. Why don't you go back and be like, oh, I like this song. Let me go listen to this. You don't do that to
Mm-mm,
anybody?
not really. No, not really. If I'm like listen, if you're a current artist and I'm like, oh, I want to know more. I like if I just found you out but I can't think of like a old artist where I'm like, I like this song. Let me go and listen to all their other songs. Nah.
Not even Tony Living Legend Braxton.
love
Oh no,
should
I
have
definitely
been
can't tell
with
you.
you.
Oh my
Absolutely not. I'm not listening to her. I'm
Should have
about to
been
fall
with
asleep.
me,
Don't even know that song. I
girl.
probably know one
Tony the
Tony Braxton
Living
song.
Legend.
See, y'all could throw on
Maybe
some
2.
90s R&B, and I will be getting my whole
I
lot.
love 90s
Like I
R&B.
told them, I only know mainstream. Like my Apple
That
Music
is
playlist
mainstream.
has
Tony
all the
Braxton, Brandy
mainstream.
got number ones.
No,
Number
I'm so
one.
exactly. I say I know their mainstream songs. I don't like y'all would probably know like their album names and songs within the album. I
No,
only know the
I
songs that
don't
made
know
it to
their
the
album
radio.
names. These songs,
I
all
only know
these
the songs
songs.
that made it to the radio.
Most of the songs in the verses were radio songs.
Right.
Nah, when I got on there, I was like, I don't know what this is. I got on there twice and I said, don't know what this song is, and I left.
Even
It's like
Brandy's
never
new
heard.
song at work, we've been singing
I didn't even
Borderline.
know she came out with music.
Yeah, she just had a
That's
new
good for
She
album.
her.
just
I don't.
dropped an
Yeah,
album
it's
like
like just
very
recently,
recently.
like last week.
Oh, that's nice.
But
I do
Borderline
stand
is a hit.
Cinderella Brandy. That was the only
Impossible.
Cinderella I ever watched. So I do stand that. And I had the
That
Barbie.
is
So
old.
I Cinderella? Wait,
No,
The
she
what?
said
movie.
old.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
old
but the
thing.
movie came out when I was a kid and when I was watching Disney movies. So to me, that was relevant. I watched Disney movies. Brandy came out with the Cinderella Disney movie. But at the time, me being 5, 6, 7, I wasn't like, oh, I like Cinderella. Let me go listen to the Black Cinderella's music. Like
Black
that
music
wasn't
is
on my
gonna
mind.
die with her. Black
No, because I
music
listen
is
to a
gonna
lot of
die
Black
with
people. I
her.
just don't.
Well, I'm talking about like the '90s classic, like that stuff that our moms be listening to, or even like even old stuff like our grandparents will be listening to. It's gonna die with
No,
you.
because I have some playlists, but like I said, all the playlists that I have, they have like radio hits. Like if I go to like
Yeah,
my old school, they have like let me see, let me go to old school. And see. Like it does not go deeper than that. Like if someone said name some more songs from that album, I'm gonna be like, huh? And this is all I got.
see, I
Like
probably wouldn't be
Joe,
able
I want to
to.
know. I couldn't tell you another
I
song by Joe.
wanna know what
What
I'm gonna be
do
like,
you
you want.
want?
be like,
I
that's all
like
I
to
got.
know. I like to know.
Oh,
Computer
I
Love. That's the
feel.
only song I know by Zach. That's all I got for you. Like,
You
I
know,
know a
in it.
couple of 112 songs. I got Cupid on here. And if you ask me for more, I'm going to be like, huh?
I also, like my friends know, I could pop off to some Motown boy.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Okay.
got Brandy
Some
on here.
Temptation.
I got The Boy Is Mine and I Want to Be Down. See? Those are the two I
No
knew.
sitting up in my room.
I don't know that song.
Literally.
I might have I also never know the since I don't never know the words to songs, 9 times out of 10,
True,
I
y'all.
don't know
Tasia
the
is the
names to the song either.
ultimate mumbler. Like freshman year of college, when I first like was around her, she would be singing songs loud as hell and wrong, and I was just like, "That's not the words." I just had to learn to accept her for who she was because that began on my nerves when people do that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like you can be wrong, but you don't have to be loud and wrong.
To me, I thought I was right. I thought those
It's
was the
like she's
words. They need to
screaming lyrics
enunciate.
that's not the right words, and I'm like, "Girl,
Well, you need to tell them to enunciate. Because
man,
how was I supposed to know?
pull up Lyric Genius if you want to scream." That's all.
Right. Like, ain't
You
that's
know
what
that's
normal.
not that.
the
That's
wrong
what
words.
normal
That's cool,
people
but
did.
sing them down here. She.
Mm. No, but that's what I was saying. I think from what I hear, me listen to the song, it's not like I purposely go around just making up lyrics. It's just from what I hear, it sounds like what I'm saying. So I'm thinking it's correct. And then maybe I might hear somebody say,
But
I'm like,
do your
that's what they
sentences even be
said.
making sense?
It
Yeah,
don't.
it's just yes
It
they
be
do.
mumbles. Like it just be random.
No, a lot of times they be words, but they
So she
just
be
be
putting
words
together,
that I
y'all.
thought they was because it sounded like. I'm trying to think of a song.
It was a lot
It's
of
losing
rap
me.
songs freshman year that Tasia would just
Oh
be
hell yeah! I
in.
definitely don't
Okay.
know what them niggas
I
be
don't be
saying.
knowing the raps. Okay, I don't know the raps either.
I don't know what
Huh?
them niggas be saying. I don't know what them
That's
niggas
not
be
what
saying,
they
but I
said,
just be like,
please.
I be like, yeah, turn it up. Oh, period. Hey, look, someone
You
has
would
to
like.
have
I feel
has
like
to
you
have
would
that
if you
talent.
listen to. I feel like if you listen to Monica, because Monica is a ratchet bitch. You would like her songs. Like if
But
you
don't
listen
she
to
just
her,
sing?
but it's ratchet shit. It's not like Brandy is more so mellow,
But then
toned
I think I
down
would
with
probably
her
like
singing.
Brandy more because I don't know a ratchet singer that I enjoy outside of Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole,
They up the same alley.
but Keisha Cole could sing better.
Than Monica.
I think so.
Okay, next caller.
The only song I can,
Next
the only song
caller.
I can, in my head, the only songs I know by Monica is So Gone, whatever, So Gone Challenge. I compare that to Love by Keisha Cole. I'm picking Love.
Next caller, because she is lost.
I
And I love Keisha Cole.
I saw somebody on Twitter say that it should have been Keisha Cole versus Monica instead,
Yeah.
which I would definitely understand. But also, when it comes to Brandy, I really don't know who would be her perfect match, because I don't think it's Monica, but I also don't have someone that sticks out to me that's like, oh, that she would be perfect. Mm-hmm. So again, I don't have anybody in mind.
Yeah, me either. But I definitely think Keisha Cole. They're more.
I can see Keisha Cole and Monica. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Told... No, I'm saying I feel like they match. Just because I would pick Keisha doesn't mean I don't think they would match. I don't have to go with the popular opinion. I do think that they have same music that's the same though. Like she talking about kick down your door and smack your chick. That's giving very much Keisha Cole vibes. So I understand them being in the same lane. I just choose, because I know more Keisha Cole songs, I would choose Keisha.
So not because she's a better singer and has better songs, you know more.
I know more because I like them better from what I've heard. Yes. I know more Keisha Cole songs because I like them. I don't know more Monica songs because I ain't heard that many that I like.
All right, next caller. Next topic. What's your thing?
You got a pop culture more genre?
You go first because she just did.
I brought those were two.
Oh yeah, you did.
You
sorry,
go.
My bad. Okay, well, let's see what. Oh, let's talk about Miss Masika, honey.
What happened?
Pause on the. Y'all didn't see what Masika was doing?
I don't know the specifics. I
saw that
looking torn down.
Yeah.
So she has a video posted on her Instagram, and the caption reads, "I've been kidnapped. I'm in a warehouse somewhere. IDK where? I'm so scared. They took all my money and they want more. Please help me. Click the link in my bio and subscribe to my OnlyFans and tip me so they'll let me go. They're coming." Excuse me, bitch, what? Have they lost their marbles? Have the Instagram hoes lost their marbles in quarantine? Because, and then this is the clip from the video. She literally has makeup on her face to implicate that she's bruised and beaten. And I'm just like, read the room. There's all this stuff going on about people kidnapping kids, sex trafficking. There's people kidnapping women, sex trafficking them. And you think this is a fine time. Even if none of that was going on, why did you think that was a way to promote your OnlyFans?
I didn't know we were doing OnlyFans commercials.
Me either. I thought you just dropped the link.
Right. I thought you just put your little picture up on.
And if they wanted to see,
I have seen a commercial. We've seen a commercial from.
We have seen a commercial, and that was strange. And I was not buying.
I mean, I wasn't buying anyway. It was a lot, and it was something that was unexpected.
Yeah, and I was just like, huh?
I feel like she's dead wrong for that.
No, she's dead wrong. And then she came back and apologized and said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize." Obviously, the people on her team hate her, and they wanted to not work for her anymore. So they figured this is the way we can get out of it. Make her do that dumb shit, so then we don't have to work for her anymore. That's what I'm going. That's only.
Yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense, because I want to know, how did this concept not only come about but get approved to get executed?
That was something she recorded on her iPhone and posted.
Yeah,
herself.
She did it. This is on her phone. You see the little filter? She did this on her own accord.
Do you think she don't got no real team like that?
It's like, from what I've
seen, you got a manager, I'm sure.
She's like a little mini activist sometimes. The other time she's dragging her baby's father. The other time she's dragging for Hazel.
Fetty Wap deserves to be dragged.
Does. But it's just
what he do?
He's sowing his royal oats all around town and then denying the kids.
So he's like a Future?
Yeah, he got a lot of kids.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Future with Bop Bop One Eye. So anyway,
I did not know that.
I just feel as though to always be talking stuff and dragging for people, I would have my stuff together. I'm just saying.
Yes, because she always coming for somebody.
Neck, you wouldn't be able to check.
Apparently, her and Hazel got in a fight. and they were saying Hazel E snatched her wig off, and so she had got on live or something. It was like my wig is still on, like pulling it. She probably had to like get it re-glued back down real quick.
It's just a wig.
But I
Hazel
don't
used to
know
be
where
for bragging about snatching someone's wig off. Like, girl,
no,
that
no,
takes
no.
nothing.
Well,
That literally doesn't do
she didn't brag
anything.
about it. She didn't brag about it. Somebody else had posted about them getting in a fight and saying that Hazel E did, or at least I didn't see it from Hazel E. I saw it from somebody else saying, "Oh my
Okay, I was
God,
about to say
Hazel
that's
Lee does get on
weird.
my nerves though. She always
She
just
do.
gotta blow it. Always.
Who?
Hazel Lee.
Erica."
Oh, that's her name?
Yeah.
Sister girl, last time I saw her, she wasn't looking well. She had a lot of work done and looking like a wisdom tooth. So I just like yikes, Yahtzee. So yeah, do you have one, Jametra?
Y'all want to talk about Adele in her outfit? I don't really want to talk about her in her outfit. I want to talk about like the aftermath.
Oh yeah, because I ain't care about that.
Yeah, me
The aftermath
either.
of people faking.
Don't care. So I'm trying to figure out why other people have beef when the culture that
the beef didn't, because the beef is fake. These people from African countries want to have a reason to talk about Black Americans, so they come in here saying that we was mad, and we were like,
she was saying something else. She was saying why people are upset about the outfit if Jamaicans aren't mad. But that's the thing. The people I seen, that's why I was like, I think I did a pretty good job at on my timeline, because I don't see like all the stuff people be talking about. I don't really be seeing that. I have to like go look for it. So, but on my timeline, I did see people talking about her, but it was like in jokes, like they were making jokes at her and how she was looking and all that, and saying that she was gonna be with that other Jamaican speaking white, but Jamaican speaking, that other fake Jamaican white boy,
Chad Hanks.
Yeah, when somebody famous something,
Tom Hanks son.
Yeah. And so I seen jokes like that. And then all of a sudden I seen Africans and Jamaicans and every other part of the diaspora that's not Black Americans talking about something. You niggas don't speak for all of the Black diaspora. You need to worry about getting shot down in the street. You need to worry about voter support. And I was like, whoa.
Everybody was like,
whoa. Y'all been waiting to say this.
Literally.
They've been waiting for literally.
Listen, and I learned about the disdain that other Black people that are not Black Americans have for Black people, like American Black people, in college, because that was the first time I was around a lot of Africans and a lot of people from the Caribbean.
They hate us.
They hate Black Americans.
Meanwhile, we do not care. We do not. I cannot tell you the last time I ever, on my mind, was thinking about anybody from anybody in an African country, and I was like, I don't like them Nigerians, those Ghanaians. No, I don't care. You ain't got nothing to do with me. Those Jamaicans, I love their wings, and I love their goat, and I love their brown stew chicken. All of that.
Goat is fine.
It's always I got into it on Twitter with some girl last year, looking like Kim Possible with her black shirt and cargo pants. I just had to really drag her because, sweetie, stay in your place. Thank you. Because it was over dumb stuff. And I really don't even remember what the conversation came from, because she was fighting with my friend. I was an innocent bystander, and she mentioned me. So I was just like, well,
damn,
here we go.
Damn.
Well, I just don't get it.
I don't get
and it's sad to say, but they enjoy the perks of what our ancestors fought in the civil rights movement, and then have the gall to say, worry about X, Y, and Z. Or what I heard a lot in college was like, because it was a big thing in the Black community that even if you weren't necessarily African or Caribbean, you participated in the in like they had like, I don't want, like shows, everybody participated in it, and it became every time it came around on Twitter, it became like a big deal about Black Americans being in it, and then somehow Black Americans don't have culture. And I'm like, Black America is the culture. It's everything everybody wants to be. I don't like, they treat it like, damn, what do we have to do? We hated by the diaspora, hated by the white people. What do we have to do?
Literally.
Catch a break.
Literally.
Like,
And he was like, baby girl, they don't care if you got an accent or you don't.
yeah.
White people still don't like you. They don't care if you know how to make jollof rice or not.
Don't.
They still don't like you. So if I were you, I would shut the hell up and just join forces, because I wish I knew more. Actually, I have an African coworker. I'm gonna ask him why they hate us. I'm gonna ask Tommy, because I need to know. I need to get to the bottom of this. Why?
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's really weird. And I do notice that, like, there was one point earlier this year, was this last year? Can't remember. I started talking to this guy, and he's from Nigeria. And I was talking to my friend who has Nigerian friends, and she was like, "Oh no, you gonna have to because she was like, there's a high chance that he doesn't really see you in the best light, but more of just like you're, I don't know, fun to talk to, like kind of in that sense, and how like a lot of times when Nigerian guys come here, their parents disapprove of them like talking to or marrying an American and all that other stuff." And I was like, it was just a quick joke. So I didn't have to be this heavy, but I mean, okay.
Yeah. That's I don't really see myself being in a relationship with anybody that's not Black American.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
really see that for
I
myself.
didn't necessarily see a future with him, but if I did and it was a relationship that I wanted to pursue, I think it would have been a very interesting experience, like getting to know his family and that whole thing.
Listen, because I ain't kissing ass.
Nah.
So.
Nah.
That's nobody's ass.
And before
I don't know.
pop culture, I just want to shout out Niecy Nash for getting married. Which
she left the nigga and got a woman.
Thank you. Like, I had no.
Me either.
I honestly thought when she posted it, I thought it was like
it was a movie. Yes, I thought it was like a movie.
Yeah, everybody thought
something.
It was for Claus. People were like, "Oh, is this for the new season?"
I searched her name and I was like, "Oh, that's her." Okay,
right? Oh, that's really her.
So
oh, that's her real name.
Got it. Because I was like, didn't she just get divorced?
Right. Yeah. And it was a nigga.
Living your truth, girl. Congratulations. Hashtag love.
I stand. I wish I could choose.
That body looks
same. Because I could say this
really good.
Right, it did. I could say this a million times over. I know sexuality is not a choice because I would not choose to like men. I would never choose to like men. That just would not be my choice. They suck.
I had to men before and they were offended, and I was like, okay.
They fucking suck.
If God came now and said, "Man, rock," I'm gonna say rock.
Right. Why? Okay, rock. The rock talk bad.
At least the rock knows how to stay put.
Stay put, right?
In his place.
Yeah, I really said that. Another thing, this is the last thing I got. When y'all heard Megan's new freestyle?
She got shot twice and ate it.
Yeah. So that's what she said. She was like,
"Is that her sitting at the table?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, I can listen to it.
She said, but pretty much she said, "I got shot twice and ate that shit." Oh my God. Black man Twitter uproar. They were like,
"Oh yeah, I did see that."
How you gonna
wait to talk about being shot?
That how you gonna cry about getting shot and then brag about it? Oh my God.
We got 50 Cent.
All you niggas talk about getting shot.
All y'all talk about
got shot 100 years ago.
Life that y'all cannot relate to because y'all grew up in middle class America and you went to
not even.
And
Young Dolph got shot at 100 times. Like, he made a whole album about it. So
and he didn't even get hit.
Like, he didn't. It was just his fucking car. So like, please.
Like, that's what all these people rap about. They rap about getting shot, shooting, and motherfucking scamming, and all the drugs they do.
Drugs and sex and money. And that's
right now they love to say how back then, like last week before they song got popular, they was scamming on niggas. And you just admitted that. Don't admit that.
Don't admit that. That's called incriminating yourself.
Don't admit that.
I saw someone query tweet. Someone was like, "LMAO, Meg couldn't wait to rap about being shot," and someone quote retweeted and said, "Lil Wayne was on a song called Bullet Wound, and the only bullet wound he has is from when he shot himself in an accident at 9."
Exactly. And he's still holding on to that as to why he just loved the cops so much. Because a white cop saved him. Shut up.
You need to talk
Like,
about a woman, honestly.
That's all.
like
Just like what? Like women can't win with them either. Them
you
niggas would
can't.
choose to be gay too. Hell, look
I
at
believe so
them.
as well. I think so too. Because I wholeheartedly agree with that statement.
Everything a woman does, here they come saying something.
They have
It's
a
just like
problem
you
with it.
can't win for motherfucking losing with them.
We
Dang.
breed.
And that, oh, that is a good segue to I just wanted to make a PSA to all the women out there.
It's a PS
Do
motherfucking A.
PS
Yes,
motherfucking A, okay? Testing 1 2,
2.
testicles 1 2, okay?
Yeah.
I'm letting y'all know right now. Do not do anything. Do not change yourself. Do not alter yourself for a man. Don't do it. I don't know why. I think I saw something and this girl said something like how she did this. She made these changes to her body because of a nigga and he didn't want her after. And I'm just like, listen, I
Who
feel like
doing
it's just like
that?
a
Where they do
PSA
that?
to, I don't know, to anybody out there. Don't change yourself, whether it be physical and that aspect where you're going in surgeries or you're changing the person that you are. Don't do it for a nigga. Because the niggas be damned if you do, damned if you don't. They just want a bitch that's gonna be mute. And who about to do that? Do I look like Helen Keller to you? I am not.
No,
So
if that nigga don't worship the ground you walk on as you were when he
not the
met you,
one.
then that's not the one for you, sweetie. I
It's
hate when
literally
I
like
see women
skedaddle.
get into relationships
You're the one
with
for
guys,
me.
and especially on like the HBCU confessions, and they're like, "Oh, my boyfriend always makes jokes about my butt. Oh, my boyfriend always makes jokes about my boob job. He'll even pay for it, sweetie."
Okay, but if you want new titties and he offering to pay for your new
But
titties,
if I don't mention,
try him.
if I don't
Okay,
mention that
yes.
it's an insecurity of mine, and you always bring it up to the point where you,
Okay.
I'll pay for a surgery. Okay, now you're just
Like,
trying to make it seem like it's an issue. At which point, reverse out of my life. Thank you.
However, if you also don't want your titties done, just still take that nigga money and go about your business.
yeah,
Say
do
you
something
going
else
to
and
get
just
you
put tissue in your bra to make it look like you got it done.
tissue.
So you can.
My thought was just to leave a nigga alone, never talk to him again after you got your money.
I was just gonna say do it for like a little week or something to make them feel good. Put some chicken cutlets.
I'm gonna get your
It'd be like,
little
babe, I can't do
$4,000.
anything because my boobs. Can't do anything because my boobs. I better keep my bra on because of my boobs. You got your little chicken cutlets in there, and then boom, you good. You got your money. You could run with the wind.
And then be like, "Ooh, this is just not working out."
This is
I
sorry.
have scammers for friends.
Listen, the city girls told us they told us to pimp these niggas. And I'm just
I'm
trying
gonna show
to
you how to pimp a nigga. No, like seriously. Why? There's niggas out there that want to get pimped. Who am I? Who am I to stop them? That's not God's work. That's against my religion. It's against my religion.
I couldn't even take her seriously.
I feel you though, because I'm allergic to not pimping these niggas. What you mean?
Next caller.
Just being honest here. All right. So, if you can't tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about dating disasters, dating faux pas, dates from hell, no midgets included. That was rude. I mean, no short people.
Oh my God. Cancel Sotasia. Cancel
I didn't mean to say it. I meant to say
you are canceled before you even get started. Damn.
That's not what I meant to say. It's because as I was going on, I started thinking of, y'all remember that BET show, Date from Hell or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Remember the
hell
little
date.
person would hop out?
Hell date.
The little person would pop out. That's what I was thinking of in my head, but my mouth was moving too fast and I said that word instead of little person. I'm sorry. I apologize to that community. I did not mean to say that. It was an accident. Truly, do not cancel me. You're gonna bring this up 5 years from now. Like,
cancel so tape. Listen,
and I'll be like, look, baby girl, I apologize immediately after. I knew what I said was wrong.
Oh, they cutting that part off, honey.
They're not gonna get the whole sound bite.
They're gonna be like, it's gonna be like, and it's like, she said it, y'all. She said it. We don't have the rest of the clip, but she said it. She said it, y'all. She said it. Ooh, I apologize. Okay, so like I said, dating disasters. So I know all of us women out here, because we ain't worried about the men. We have all dealt with horrible dates.
I wasn't expecting you to
Like, are
say
you okay?
I was trying to hold it in to myself. We don't care about men out here. And it just keep reminding me of y'all friends who say we hate men.
Well,
I
Honestly.
mean, we do a little bit.
Yeah.
and to think y'all was at my neck a few months ago. Y'all was like, what is with this hostility towards men? What is the problem? Blah, blah,
Okay,
blah.
you be doing a lot. You be seeking them out and then are
How do
rude to
I
them.
seek
Then you
men out?
drag.
Well, you give them
Okay,
your
well, maybe
number,
not necessarily.
you give them access to you, and then you be like, oh,
You
hate
would be
him.
on Bumble
I
and
give them
then
a
be like,
chance.
oh my
And
gosh,
God.
you are the filth, you are the scum of the earth, how dare you? And then you throw out like the random dictionary word of the day,
Right.
and they be like, huh?
Yeah, that's what we said.
Huh?
Me and Tasha were talking. We was like, you gonna have your new segment. Since we film on Monday, you gonna have to at the end of the episodes, word of the week.
Word of the motherfucking week.
I can do that. All right,
There
back.
we go.
Because you be using bad
Okay.
words. So
Hey,
You
we
sound
keep
like a
prep
dude
in
from
this house.
yesterday. He was like,
you
you
know,
a big word. I'm like,
we
is
be
that a
like,
problem?
me and Tasha talking ratchet, and you be like, so you guys.
I will never forget. I was drunk, or was it Tasia was drunk? I think y'all were together, and we was in a group message, and I was like, "Why are y'all in here with such crapulous behavior?" And then Tasia was like, "Okay, Miss ACT."
Well, like, dang, talk regular to us.
Right.
Use
You
the
need to relax.
don't press the thesaurus button for us. We just need the regular.
Please don't.
Regular.
Do
Go
regular.
ahead,
Okay.
Tasia.
All right. So I'm gonna start off by asking you guys, what is the worst date you have ever been on? This spans from college up until now. I mean, you might can throw in high school if you really want to, but I don't really count them.
No, those don't count. But I have to make a confession. I've never been on a date. Like, for real, like, not knowing anybody. I've never. Like, if I went on a date with somebody, we were already friends or something. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like,
Okay, well, it's still a date. Yeah.
but I'm not gonna have nothing bad to say because I was already cool with all these people. They were just regular, like, hanging out with friends. I've never been like met this person like, hey, let me take you on a date, and then we went on a date, and then it turned into a other shit show.
There's two that stick out in my head. The first
Damn, niggas are
knew,
trash.
I knew him. It was one of those situations where I knew him for a long time, and he had tried to get with me for a long time, and then I finally gave him a chance.
This jail boy? Oh no,
he
he'd been in jail for a long time.
So he asked me to go to the movies. We go to the movies. Strike number one, I pay for my own ticket. I was like,
how old are y'all?
You know how, like, when you out with a dude and you trying to see, like, if he about to pay, and then he went up and he was like, one ticket for boo. I was like,
I would have walked back to my house. I would have walked home.
That would have moved a smooth 180.
Ticket, and then we get into the movie, and like the movie is like 75% done. The theater was pretty empty, and his friends call him. He answered like he chatting it up, joking with his friends, and he was like, "Oh, I'm about to run through this." He was like, "I'm about to run through this party. You want to come?" I'm like, "No."
First of all, you're tacky.
Don't ask me out. Not another
ever
time.
Again.
And that was that. And then this other time that sticks out to me, it wasn't necessarily him. It was my first date post breakup. I was at Tasia's house before the date, and then I went on the date and then came back to Tasia's house. And the problem wasn't necessarily him. Like, we had been talking for like a week. I'd only been broken up from my ex for maybe 2 weeks. We were moving quick around here, okay? Anyway, so he asked me on a date, and this was our first time meeting in person. And I parked my car, and I see him walking towards my car, and I get a little nervous because I'm like, oh, he looking a little minute, kind of you know? So he comes up to my door, opens my door like real gentleman. And
I
I get
remember
out of the
this.
car and stand up, and I'm like, okay. We go to the restaurant. The conversation is cool. And I'm not even gonna lie, like, I wasn't as attentive as I could have been because I was like joking with all of my other dudes.
You were on the phone?
I was like texting all of my other niggas.
You are the date from hell. What do you mean?
No, listen to me. During this period of my life, Tasia will tell you, during this specific period of my life, like, I was on a whole new level. Like, phones stayed clicking off, like, people hitting me up, double booking myself.
Her phone would freeze because she would have like 5 FaceTimes coming in at one time.
This phase in my life, I don't even know what to call it, but
she was a city girl.
We go talk about that in another episode. But anyway, so we're on the date and the conversation is going fine.
Ooh, a whole episode.
And a whole episode of like our savage / hoe phases, whatever you want to call them.
That could be next week, this weekend.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. So we get up from the table and I notice something. He wobbles.
Was he wide?
I like teddy bears, but my preference was more like my ex, like really tall, almost like linebacker kind of, not necessarily
short and stout.
Ruben Studdard, you know. So at first I just rolled past it, but then when I saw that he waddled,
you can't roll past that.
And I
y'all, she came back and she did it for us. Me and our other friend at the time, we were asking her how it go, how did the day go. The first thing she said, he wobbles. And we were like, what does that mean, Morgan? Like, I need you to explain. She goes and reenacts it. And we were like, oh, you're going to hell.
One way.
I don't know. It's and he also just needed to be a little bit taller because we were.
Okay, how tall was he? Y'all were cool.
I feel like we were neck and neck, but because he had really curly hair, that gave him like another inch or two. Yeah. So I really
hate curly hair.
Count that. So
we're probably the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just in that instance, it wasn't necessarily him that was bad. It was just me realizing I'm never gonna see you again in person. Like, you don't even know this, but this is the last time you'll ever see me. And that was the last time he ever saw me.
But was it a bad date because you were uninterested, or because what actually
interested until
you saw him?
I saw the whole picture come together. Or Tasia, was that you? Do you remember when also during this phase of my life, when that guy who was going to another, I'm trying to like leave out the details. He was going to another school in another city, and then he came and stayed at my apartment for a day, and we went out to that Mexican restaurant. We went out to like karaoke.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what he looked like. Why can't I remember what he looked like?
He also just recently hit. We'll go talk about it later. Anyway, it was just, we have been talking for a minute, but like when we finally got around each other, the vibes were not there.
Like, nah. Are these people you made on dating apps or like on Instagram, social media?
Yeah, social media. Yeah. I met all these people on social media, whether it be a dating app, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. And it was just a little slow sometimes. I don't know how to.
But you gotta know, all niggas are a little bit slow. Just
no, it was different. Like, we would talk on the phone, we FaceTimed like all the time, and it was just different. Like, when he got around me, he started like tripping on his words all the time.
He was nervous. You made him nervous, Morgan. You're a bitch.
No. She loves talking about people with speech impediments. That's not, I'm just laughing.
Why? Y'all, she is lying.
Yes, you do.
This is the second one.
Second right.
This dude does not have a speech impediment. I just want to put that out there. He does not have a speech impediment.
You just made him nervous.
But it was beyond
like
it was beyond that. It was just like he couldn't get his thoughts. I was like, what do you like say it? What are you saying? Like,
oh my God. Oh my God. You're awful.
This isn't coming out right.
It's coming out just fine.
He did not.
You're awful.
It was just the fact that like the vibes just were not there in person, and that's it.
Sounds like he was just a little anxious.
Were you the one who slept over at my apartment, or was it our other? Because I
wasn't the one living there.
He slept at my apartment overnight, and I can admit that I was not as gracious a host as I could have been, because once the night was over, I was over it when the night was over. So
Morgan, what did you do?
I mean, I told him where the blankets were. I told him where the towels were. You can go get a bottle of water if you want in the middle of the night, whatever. And I just got in my bed. Yeah, and then he woke up and said, he was like, okay, I'm leaving. I was like, okay, bye.
See ya, never.
You didn't even get out the bed to say bye?
I did not. I did not.
Do you?
He's the date from hell.
Right. You don't have any fucking manners.
I wasn't, and I apologized later because I realized that was wrong of me. I was like, I'm sorry.
You were rude.
But y'all, I don't even know what to describe this period in my life. I was on some whole other. I don't know.
She was savage.
Classy, bougie, ratchet. I really was.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't like that.
Don't do that no more again.
Okay, that was actually bad.
That's what the white girls be doing on TikTok. They'd be like, guys, you learn how to whoa. And I'd be like, what the fuck was that? Whoa, hell no. Okay, so
what's yours?
I met this guy on I think it was Bumble. And chit-chatting up. It was cool. He's like, oh, let's go on a date. Let's go do something. Red flag. I had to pick him up. Should have known.
Excuse me?
This is when I was still in Baton Rouge.
Girl, it would have been meet me there. What you mean?
You don't have to Uber. You don't have money for an Uber?
Right. Listen, Linda. I was just like, oh, okay, I guess. So picked him up, and our date was ice cream date. So we go get ice cream. We're at the register. He runs into a coach because he played football or whatever. He runs into a coach that that coached him whatever back in the day. The whole time they were talking. The entire time.
Why are you eating you're just eating your ice cream?
I got my ice cream. So by the time it was time to pay, he had already been in conversation. So I said, fuck it, I'm not about to wait on you because you over here chit-chatting up. So I paid for my little ice cream cone. And I was like, I think I sat there for a second, got on my phone, and I think I got in I can't remember if I went immediately to my car or I was getting ready to walk out. And then he stopped talking and the coach left or whatever. And he was like, oh, yeah, that was my coach, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, yeah, I can tell. You said coach. And he was like, oh, you didn't have to pay for it. And I was like, well, you were nowhere to be found. And I was just going to stand there with that lady holding my cone. So I paid for it. So then we were sitting in the car talking. I'm eating my ice cream cone. And I don't think
he didn't even get no ice cream.
Girl, no, he didn't even get no ice cream. I don't even think I finished it because I feel like I remember throwing it away. But then
I would throw mine away too because I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so essentially date's over.
Right. And she
Literally.
better than me because I would have left him where he was
No,
standing.
literally. And so I'm trying to remember the series of events. I can't remember if I picked him up and then I came back to my apartment to get something, or I might have put my dog up. I can't remember, but I do remember us walking from my back. It must have been before. Yeah, because after, I remember the after. Before, we must have stopped in my apartment to get something. And it was like a quick like in and out thing, but he got out with me. And I remember us walking back to my car. And I can't remember how I had my hair. I know I had like a wig on or something. And I said something. He had asked like, oh, he was talking about something about hair. And I was like, oh yeah, like, I mean, I was like, oh, he said, I like your hair. And I was like, oh, well, this ain't mine. Like, I just had to, I just let him know. Like, I was like, thank you. But I was like, oh, but like, this isn't mine. Just to put that out there. Because it was like a short blunt. So I could see how someone could think it was possibly mine. But I just let him know, like, oh, this is a wig. I take this off every day. And he was like, oh, wow, really? My sister and my mom wears wigs, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, and I have naturally curly hair. And he was like perplexed by that. He's like, you have curly hair? And I was like,
is he white?
No, he was black. So I was like very confused. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, you got a sister and mama. You don't.
Maybe they get relaxed.
You ain't. So then that's what I was thinking. But I was like, but you ain't never seen a black. So then I was like, maybe he must be thinking about the socially acceptable curly. Maybe that's what he's thinking about.
Okay.
And he doesn't consider
your hair curly.
4C, 4B, the 4s. He doesn't consider the 4s curly. So because I was like, what do you mean? I'm not understanding. So that was the beginning. That's low-key red flagging him too, because I was like, you stupid. You're coming off very much stupid.
Oh, you kept talking to him?
Yeah, that's why I forgot. This was the beginning. This was the first part. And then we went to the ice cream shop. And then the ice cream shop became all that situation. So then we were going back to where he lived, dropped him off. I got out, and I guess he thought I was going to come in, but I was like, this is a dud. Like, no, this shit was whack. Like, you talked to your coach the whole time. So
I never want to do this again.
I got out. I gave him a little one-arm hug. And I was like, bye. Thank you.
For nothing.
No, literally, because you didn't even pay for anything.
He needed to cash up you $50 for gas and your ice cream. How much your ice cream was? $5?
Girl, I don't even remember.
$50 is a good starting point because you had only a $20 car. So
exactly, $50 was a good spot.
Yeah.
So then I'm driving back home and I see a message. He texted me. I might low-key still have it. Oh, let me see if I can find it still. I think I screenshot it, but I might still have it in my phone. Hold, please. Okay, so, whoops. Why is it saying tap to download? But anyways, see, I should have known. He was young. He was like, honestly, you're so hot, and sorry about my mild boner when I hugged you. I don't really hang out with too many girls, so...
Is he white?
No, he was a black guy.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You're sure?
That just really made me upset.
He's black.
He looked like, that picture looked like he a catfish.
No, he looks like him. Yeah. This is the other picture. He's a blackin'.
But
I'm upset. That really made me upset.
I've never heard
a date and then a follow-up message.
I've never heard anyone use that word before.
Yeah, I've
never heard anyone say boner.
If somebody told me they had a boner, I would be like,
it was like, 1, I didn't even notice it. 2, why did you tell me that? 3, what do you mean you don't really hang out with girls? That was the weird part. He's like, I don't.
It's like you're
no, I didn't even notice.
That you
like, why did you even tell me that?
Get a girl.
I don't know if he thought I noticed because like I just gave him one armed hug and I was like, deuces. And he thought, oh, she felt it. Well, weirdo. It was a hug. It was literally a hug.
You did.
It was a hug. How does that happen from a hug? That means
when
like,
you not
never
getting
been around a girl.
Land dates because every girl that you ask on a date got to come pick you up, and Tasia was nice enough to come pick you up.
Yeah, that's how you know I was bored.
Was he younger than you?
Mm-hmm. This This is my age is often, so I was a senior, but I was still 21 and he was 20.
I think it's against my religion to date anybody not a
Yeah.
year older than me.
I wasn't looking for nothing serious. I was on Tinder. I was like, whatever,
Yeah,
I'm bored.
obviously.
So
But
I was like, never again. That was solidified. I'm never gonna do it. No.
even though the youngin' one that I had was probably the best. You know? it was, and I ruined it.
Yes, you did. Glad you know. Because I was gonna be like, and what happened? Okay. You got me.
Listen.
Yahtzee. Yeah, this is the one she ruined. This is the one she sabotaged.
Oh, well, that's a
And
common.
got
That's
away.
a common thing with her. So it could be anybody.
Okay, no. Not many. Only he was not deserving of the sabotage. Everybody else was deserving of it. Everybody else
was around when
deserving.
she was. I remember this one time she FaceTimed me and she was belligerently drunk, and I was on the phone with her, and she had the phone up on the ceiling. I said, "You gonna pick up the phone at least?" And she was like, "I was like, wait, where is he?" I was like, "Is he in there?" Because I was like, "It's very quiet."
It was like the middle of the night, I think. Yeah. It was like
you were like, "No, he's right here. He just." I was like, "He dealing with that?"
Oh no.
I used to get fucked up.
I'd be like, give me a damn phone.
Click. Shut the hell up.
But honestly, speaking of dates, I have a question for you guys because I think sometimes we get in these weird situations. So like when you meet a guy, especially on social media, like a guy slides into your DMs and y'all converse. It truly bothers my spirit when a guy has known me for 5 minutes and he's asking me to link. And I just think, I know there's some people who say like, oh, we need to meet like really soon so that I can like know your vibes. And there's some people that feel like y'all need to get to know each other. I'm like in between. Like I need to know you kinda, but I don't need to know your whole life, basically. But I need to know something.
I feel like it depends on what they mean by link.
Right. Because let's get into it. Because a lot of guys, I've had both. I've had guys who genuinely wanted to go on a date and then guys that are like, oh, let's have a movie night at my house. No, I don't know you. And then get offended when you say no.
Right.
It's like, I'm a woman. I have to think about my safety first. You might not have to think about that, but I do. And the first time I interact with a guy is not going to be on his terms in his territory. That's stupid.
Sir. I met a guy in college, but then I started talking to him like when I was back in Atlanta, and we had been talking for a minute, and he was like, "Oh, this is why we stopped talking," because he was like, "Hey, you want to come?" He still lives in Athens. He was like, "Hey, you want to come to my house and ride 4-wheelers?" Nigga, first of all, I'm not driving no hour to Athens to see you. You need to come over here. Like I was willing to.
Oh, but I can see the 4-wheelers. At least he wasn't like, just come to my house. Because that's an activity.
You need to come to
4-wheelers is fun.
I don't feel like I should.
Like
I don't
when
feel
he
like
said riding
first.
When he was saying riding 4-wheelers, did he mean like just in his backyard around his neighborhood, or did he mean like him and his friends? They go because like people from the country, they be going in the woods and be riding 4-wheelers, doing all that stuff.
And that was another thing I have to do because I'm not country at all. I don't do that kind of stuff, and so I need to be really comfortable with somebody doing all that country shit. Because if we finna be in the woods with the bugs and the animals, I gotta know what we're doing. And so no. That
one wasn't that bad. I thought he was just gonna be like, come to my house. Nigga, what?
That does get on my nerves. But also, especially if it's a guy who's like a little far, like 45 minutes, an hour away, and the first time they mention like doing something together, it's so when you go come see me. No, nigga, when are you?
Yeah.
Come see me. I do not believe in traveling to see a guy for the first.
And that was a part of my issue with the 4-wheeler thing. It's more stuff to do in Atlanta than Athens.
He wanted you to see, something different. Maybe
I'm
because I'm open
not
to
commuting
four-wheelers.
for our
Four-wheelers would be
first
fun.
date. I'm just not. You're
Four-wheelers are
gonna
fun.
commute for our first date. And then if I find this, whatever we have, to be worthy of my gas and time, then I will commute to you. Until then,
That's
Yeah,
a
I could
long.
see that.
get in the
How
I
car.
could
far do
see
you
that
see?
waiting until a
How
couple
far
of
do you
dates.
think where I live is from Athens? That's like 2 hours.
Oh, we're gonna have to be like together. I'm sorry.
That's not a close
If I
place.
don't see a future with you, I'm not coming.
That's 4.
Yeah, that is far. That is far. I mean, I guess I don't know what time he asked that. If he was trying to make a day of it, no, because you can't really make a day of it. Because once you go four-wheeling, it's over with because you're dirty. So yeah,
And then you have to consider the
yeah,
fact that I have to drive back by
All
myself.
living
We're
home.
trying to do something
yeah,
all day, and it's gonna be nighttime. You want me to
yeah,
drive back to my house for 2 hours by myself? Trash.
yeah. No, never mind. I'm straight on
I'm
this.
like, you're like 4-wheelers, yeah,
Because
4-wheelers, and
four-wheelers
I'm
are
like,
fun.
and I don't
Four-wheelers are
negate
fun.
that. I don't negate that, but I would go on the 4-wheeler with my friends or with somebody I know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
I've
he might
talked
take
to
you into the
you.
woods and
Yeah,
chop your
I've
body
talked
up.
to you, but I don't know you like that. This is gonna be our first time seeing each other, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is kind of
uh-uh.
strange.
I find that dudes get offended
Yeah.
when you don't trust them like that off the gate.
And it's like,
And I
but why
don't
should I
understand
automatically trust
why.
you?
I don't
Don't
know.
like, don't you see
And
all
then
these
girls aren't
women?
into that, like them being like
Yeah,
Yeah,
lightweight,
they get mad.
yeah.
stress certain
Yeah,
situations.
this one dude, he wanted me to travel from Northern Virginia. He lived in Maryland, and he wanted me, and he was far in Maryland, and it was probably like with traffic, like an hour and 15. And baby girl, I was not doing that. And I was like, oh no, you live too far. And then he was like, oh well, you could he's like, well, you could just stay the night. And I said, huh? I
Ah!
said,
Girl,
No.
I'll
excuse me,
walk home
what?
before.
And I was like, you don't even know me. I was like, I could be a serial killer. His answer, I got guns.
No, or when they be like, I'll be like, I could be crazy. I like that type of stuff. Shut up.
I
Like,
was like,
you
what?
sound dumb.
And
I was like, who says that?
with women, we hear about the stories of how men are killing them, like men that they're dating or whatever, or even men that they don't know, but men that were interested in them, and they're getting killed, raped, beaten, all this other stuff. You don't really, it's not that it doesn't happen, but it's just not something that's drilled into your head as it is with women, so they don't carry that same fear.
At this
No,
point, it's a
baby.
red flag to me. If you're trying to meet me and you don't even know my last name, that's a red flag to me.
That's
If you're trying
weird.
to get me to your house for the very first thing we do, it's very off-putting to me, and I see you in a different light. It's kind of
That's
just
more.
like,
I wouldn't mind me if I meet somebody and they be like, "Hey, let's go do this," or like, "Let's go somewhere in public." I wouldn't mind that, but the whole meeting at your house thing, because that has happened to me a lot too, and I put my ghosting skills to use, and I just not.
yeah,
I never respond because I'm like, "What do you mean? Go to
yeah.
your house."
And I'm not about to fight you about it. We're not about to go back and forth. We're
No,
not
I'm simply
negotiating.
gonna say
I
no.
said
Yeah.
no. That's it.
I said, and it wasn't bullshit. So take it for what it is.
That's just so weird.
Period.
Wow, guys. But they just want it's I've also noticed that a lot of guys have gotten offended as it relates to like trust when I really like don't really believe in like when I'm not really believing what they're saying. But it's like you're also a stranger. I don't have to believe anything you say.
Like, why would I?
Like just if you're such this guy that you're describing
Why
yourself,
y'all gotta say you don't believe, and why you just gotta be
it's not
like,
that
why
I
you just can't
blatantly
say okay?
say. It's not something that I blatantly say, but I guess they like pick it up like when a guy is like, "Oh, like I'm gonna treat you like a queen," and blah blah. blah. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I believe it when I see it.
Right.
That's
I'm
me.
like, "Oh,
That's what
okay."
I say.
And they'll
And
be
you
like,
don't have to
"Oh,
do
so
it.
you
You can
don't
just be
believe
like,
me?
oh, okay.
You don't trust what I'm saying?" No.
I believe it when I see it.
But honestly, if somebody telling me that, I'm not gonna believe them because they be liars.
Exactly. So I just be like,
don't go back and forth with me about it. If you're so passionate about proving me wrong, then
just do
prove
it.
me wrong.
Yeah.
You don't have to get into a fight because I don't believe what you say when I've known you for less than 48 hours. I don't have to believe anything you say. You don't have to believe anything I say.
That's how people got killed by Ted Bundy. They believe what that nigga was saying, and I ain't falling for that. No, thank
I'm
you.
not gonna get mad if you don't believe nothing I say. Oh well, like you'll come to know the truth at some point, and it's okay if you don't believe what I'm saying today. I don't like whatever.
I'm fine. I'm not losing any sleep
Don't think
over it. I
about it, so you
promise.
shouldn't either. These niggas are
I don't
sensitive,
understand that.
broke, disrespectful. It's like the list just keeps going on, and I don't understand.
Trash. That's what I say.
Basura.
So we've talked about our worst date. Now, what is your worst dating app experience? Like you just on the app and
Oh,
things just get left real quick. Real
Boy, you
left,
got too many
real.
stories.
think
Mine's, I got one. Mine, it's not real dramatic. It's not real because most of the time, my history on dating app, we're not getting
She sends
anywhere.
one message and that's it.
I be listen. I be forgetting. I start be starting doing other stuff. It never gets that far. So one time it did get like we actually was texting on my actual phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I quickly came to realize that he was a hotel, and I was like,
oh,
like,
Never mind.
like I think I
Never
was saying,
mind.
I think I was telling him something about he went to Morehouse. I think that, but I think I was saying something about at work. How I think my boss was getting on my nerves or something, and he was like, "Always remember, you're the head and not the tail." And I was like, "Wait a minute, what? What are we?"
What?
the Bible. Good night.
Yes, that's exactly. He told me I was the head and not the tail, and I could do everything. I'm just like, oh my goodness, what the hell? And I don't know. I just be like to have regular conversations. Don't ask me for all
Why
these
did you take it there?
paragraphs. Literally, I was just saying. And he was like, "You Morgan, like how you been sending us those think piece messages. He used to do like that." And I'm just like,
Oh,
dang.
bro.
Like, why I always gotta talk about something? Like,
Y'all,
You
I have a
won't.
dude that really be hitting me up at 2 a.m. asking me like how I feel about life and love, and like, bro, it's 2 a.m. We haven't talked all day, and this is what
You
you're
would have to get
on. He
blocked.
always wants to know how I feel about something.
does he work at night?
How do you no? How do you feel about our situation? How do you feel about companionship? What's your thoughts on our relationship? We don't
What?
have one. Please stop trying to get me to write a dissertation to you in the middle of the night because it's not happening. Okay?
Not doing it.
It's like, can we talk about Twitter or something? I don't know.
Something like
I always have to, he always wants to know my inner deepest thoughts on certain topics. And I understand, like, I get it. I love an intriguing, stimulating conversation. But 90% of the time you hit me up is for a think piece. And
right.
last time I checked, I was not a contributor to a magazine. So this is what we're not about
Stop
to do.
asking.
One thing that
This
was
is not
funny,
free.
or one thing with the hotel nigga, he was like earlier before I realized that he was a hotel, he was like, okay, so what's your love language? And so I told him it's words of affirmation. Everybody already know that. And he was like, well, how do you like to be affirmed? What? Oh my God. I stopped talking to him for
literally
the day.
you can look that up, dude. You can look up the definition of affirmation. You can look up examples of words of affirmation.
I'm just like, do you niggas
Google.
not have nothing to talk about? Do you not have anything to say? What? Why I can't just be normal? Why we can't just
Like,
talk about regular stuff? What the
can you just be
hell?
a regular nigga? Like I'm a
Right?
regular chick.
I was trying to find like the worst people I've ever matched with.
I know. I still wish I still had. I still wish I had my apps, but I'm not going through that process of downloading. So I'm looking through my screenshots because I know I've screenshotted.
A couple guys who like they come out the bat swinging like, I want to have sex, or I want to.
I got that.
I just found, what did it say? Like, he was literally talking to himself. He was like, hey, next message, I want to do so many things to you.
Oh my God.
And those just sat there. But I do remember, oh my gosh. Okay, I remember I met this guy on Tinder early last year.
Worst one.
He's up there. He's really up there. I met him on Tinder early last year. And like 2 days into us talking, like we had conversed on FaceTime. We talked about like our past relationships, blah, 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 blah. And I had to go to like the hospital to get a physical for my new job. Cool. He calls me and I missed the call. And I text him back and I'm like, hey, I'm at the doctor's office. I'll call you when I get in my car. This man told me to say you went to college, you're not that smart. I can see why niggas don't want to talk.
No, wait. Excuse me.
I was like,
did he go to college?
Like, no.
That sounds like somebody who ain't go to college would say.
I said, nigga, are you? Oh, because he was like, I can see why niggas don't take you seriously. And I was like, nigga, you feel this way over a missed call? And he was like, Morgan, don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. So let me tell y'all what I told him.
This was over one missed call?
I had to drag him. I had to drag him.
You're not allowed to miss a call?
I keep my drags in the album in my phone. And this is what I said.
She is the date from hell. What the fuck? Who does that? Yes, you are. What the fuck?
I kid you not.
We were with you. We were like, yeah. And then here she comes.
Cool. Like, we didn't have any problems. He flashed on me because I missed a call. And called me stupid and told me that this is why niggas don't take me seriously because I missed the call. So I had to drag him. And so I said, do you smoke crack? Because it's the only thing I could think of that could remotely result in the stupidity that fell out of your mouth earlier. For starters, he also told me that I'm childish. I was like, I'm grown up. You should try it. And grown up people don't get upset and whine just because their call wasn't answered. I said, you call me childish, but you taking a minute to get back to you somehow enervates your ego. How sad. I'm trying to respond as compendiously as possible because we have clearly identified the real child. So lastly, me not being able to answer your phone call at the moment is the sole reason why niggas don't take me serious. I spelled it like SpongeBob. Why niggas don't take me serious? If that's the case, it would be safe to say your disdainful, discourteous, truculent disposition could be a good reason why your girlfriend cheated on you, right? Since we're talking at the side of our neck.
I remember this.
You chose the right one because I will always have time to put a nigga like you where he belongs.
Yes, I do remember this.
I wouldn't want a nigga like you to take me seriously anyway. Truly. Smooches.
I do remember that one. That was an iconic drag.
Who are you calling?
This is why your bitch cheated on you.
Because he was just whining the night before about his girlfriend lying to him, cheating on him, doing him dirty. I see why. Because you like
wait a minute. How you gonna be telling the next bitch what the bitch before her did? I don't want to hear that.
It didn't work in his favor because, sweetie, I up and mop the floor with him. Sweetie, don't do that. Don't play yourself.
I've got a nigga who was mad at me before for not answering. Like I don't be texting them back fast.
That's weird.
And
it's very weird.
Yeah, and then one time I was at the mall, so I just wasn't on my phone. I was trying to give him some new earrings, and he literally was like, "Well, why did you give me your number if you're not gonna message me back?" And I was like, "Oh my god,
why do they feel so entitled?"
Oh my god.
I was busy. My bad.
Like and I just sent the I don't know emoji, and then they blocked them. I was like, I don't know why did I give you my number if you're gonna be acting like this? Crazy.
Literally crazy. Tasia and Jametra saw not too long ago. I missed a call at 2 a.m. and this dude literally wrote me like, "You better be in imminent danger." And
you
did not communicate. Weirdo. Whatever you're doing that's keeping you from being on the phone right now.
Men are so fucking entitled. You talk to me for 1 day and all of a sudden I'm your bitch and I gotta answer. No.
I gotta clear my calendar. My cal is full. No.
And even if you was my nigga, you can't feel entitled to my time.
You're still not. Exactly. So I don't know what to tell you.
You ain't even on the starting five. Like, and you doing all this?
Not even. You're not even bench player at this point. You might be a walk-on. I don't know. Not even a scholarship.
Have to audition, which that's not going well.
Baby, y'all doing too much. So I can't remember. Because I know there were some, but I can't remember. But I have some screenshots, and this is more so. I didn't swipe on him or anything. It was his about that got me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So this is him. This is a guy.
A white man in a wheelchair?
An
Yes.
Anglo-Saxon.
Yes. So I told you I didn't swipe. I was like going through, and I was, this is at the point where you're going through. You do left or right. So I look at it. His about says, "You can ride my wheelchair or ride my face. Your call."
I'm calling the police on him. That he's going to jail. He is going to jail.
I had to immediately screenshot because
He's going to jail.
Brody's going to jail. I'm sorry.
He's going to jail.
he lost me. That was probably one of the funniest things I've seen on Bumble. Screenshots. I'm so glad I keep screenshots. I hoard screenshots. And another dude that I was talking to, I just found one. He was telling me, of course, niggas be like, "Oh my God, you're too beautiful to be single. Why are you single?"
Oh my
Like,
God.
shut up.
Anything to do with it.
So I said, duh. I know I put the dead emoji because no one has proven worthy. And he's like, "What happened with your last man?" Give you the whole rundown.
Is that a talking point, or why would they be caring about that?
I don't know.
Because I would never ask you. I'm never gonna ask you about your ex-girlfriend.
Exactly.
Unless you was beating her ass or something, and I feel like that you need to tell me that. But
yes,
like
so his response, "Ooh, I was married for 2 years. That didn't work out. Then I had my first crazy girlfriend. Long story. LOL." I didn't respond because
married.
What?
I clocked out at married.
No, literally.
Nuptials.
I said, hello? I did not respond. And I knew I shouldn't have responded. Because I was being nice because one picture was very questionable. Because I did not like his outfit. But the other pictures balanced it out. And I was like, maybe that was just an off day. But I should not have done that. Because this was the outfit.
Asia.
For the listeners, he had on a jean vest with the matching jean pants. What kind of shoes them is?
Some Yeezys.
But the jean outfit, the all denim outfit, had patches on it, iron on patches. He's going to jail. Oh my God.
Ooh. I don't know. I was obviously bored. This is when I was in Virginia.
Boredom can do
obviously.
Exactly. That's why I said I need to get the spirit of boredom taken up off me, honey. Get it go away from me with this Apollo. Because
you also can't forget how you put me in a 24-hour relationship with a semi-gay man.
Wait, huh?
You know, I don't want to say his name.
Oh,
yeah.
How is he semi?
Don't let her fool y'all because she bought this man the best boyfriend of the year award when she was in LA. But did she bring her friends back? Did she bring her friends back a souvenir? No,
I did.
She was thinking about this.
I just never got it. I bought.
Okay, but did we have exactly? But she made sure she remembered his and gave him his best boyfriend of the year award.
Yeah, but how was he gay?
I'm gonna make this real short. I met this guy. And
he was giving very auntie vibes. Okay, y'all. We're just gonna keep it a buck.
Okay, so here's the thing. When I first heard him speak, I felt like this pit in my stomach. And I was just like, he sounds like
auntie.
Yeah, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I tried to look past it, right? And I ended up going on a trip to LA soon after. I met him right around the time I was graduating college, right before. And I went on a trip and everything was going really well. And we couldn't FaceTime that much because I was always with my family. So we were really bonding over text message and I didn't have to hear his voice. So things were going great. And he seemed really perfect. So in my head, I'm like, something wrong. Nah, because things too good. They're too good. So I come back Tasia mentioned the stupid little award I got him. Okay, so I was looking for a friend award, but they did not have one.
So
And
she opted for a boyfriend? Who
well,
does that?
here's the thing.
Just get something else.
He was not supposed to get it when he got it because I thought things were going well. I thought that we would probably end up in a relationship, so I bought it. Anyway, next caller. I get back to Baton Rouge and Jametra was in town too, right?
No, that was Kalia. It was me.
I know Kalia was there.
It was me, Kayla, Kalia, that boy. You.
I remember. Well, no, wait.
I was on FaceTime with someone.
In town for the graduation. Because I remember
Jametra wasn't there. I don't think Jametra was there because I remember I was on FaceTime.
Because remember, didn't you do the other girl's hair during this period of time?
I did.
And but I don't think this is the same. I was vlogging right before graduation, and you were in the vlog.
Jametra was in the vlog?
Yeah, you were there. You came.
I don't remember her being there though, because I remember being on FaceTime with someone. I remember being on FaceTime.
But before I left for LA, you were in Baton Rouge.
Oh, okay, right. so that means she wasn't there when we were all in the room.
Yeah, I'm not saying she met him.
No. Okay, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, because I was like, I don't remember. Okay.
Tasia, I was like, I don't know this person.
No. Yeah. Tasia, Kayla, and our other friend had left, so I was at the apartment by myself, and he had came over, and we were chilling, and he had asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was just like, okay. So I blindly got into a relationship, and then my friends came to my apartment, and he was all like happy. He was like, "So y'all like we together, blah blah blah." And
yeah.
I was sitting there on mute, like,
you were his beard,
huh?
You were his beard.
Let me tell you what's going on in my mind. Right? It was.
She was his beard for a day.
I knew. It's like I didn't feel like. Mind you, this was like our second time ever seeing each other. So I was just kind of like, I don't know, like something is off, but it wasn't like ringing in my head loud enough until 24 hours later. So I slept on it. And then I woke up the next day and I was like, you know what? No. So I told him, I was like, you know what? I prematurely got into this relationship. I did not seek God before I got into this relationship. And I think that is important to do.
You're going to hell for that. You are going to
feel that. I do. I honestly do.
But you are going to hell for that. You should have just told him, I think you're gay. Man, and listen, I cannot.
Fiery River.
I had just broken up with my last boyfriend not even a whole 2 months before this. And after that relationship, like I wasn't lying about that part. I did like internally say I want to, pray about whatever relationship I get into next. So that was true. But in this situation, it was kind of just like, I don't think this guy wants for me. So we should just take our time. We should chill, be friends.
Be aunties, because that's all he can offer.
And then we just ended up falling off. Like we kept like,
I was like, I don't know if you want to get into that.
Yeah, don't get into it.
I'm not.
We've been talking about this for a long time. We need to go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, that was my last. That was my last question. I did have one more, but it's whatever. So now we're on to the not that complicated part. So if you're new, you don't understand, the not that complicated segment is basically where we come together when I come up with a scenario and I ask the cast, what would you do? And the reason why the not that complicated comes in is because after all, it's really not that complicated. Like when we come down to it, people be making a big deal out of some of this stuff, exactly. But it's really easy peasy. In and out. A
lot of stuff can be white and black, okay?
Exactly. And this is going to be one of them. So, scenario. You and your husband were separated for 5 years. You guys get back together and try to work it out. Mind you, during this 5 years, he was not celibate. One day, y'all are together and you see him texting someone back and forth. When you get out the car, because you go do something, you stop somewhere, you get out the car. You turn on voice memos on your phone to record him. Without him knowing, he makes a phone call to that person he was texting back and forth. Oh, excuse me. The phone call your husband made was to a woman he dealt with during the separation. He's asking her if they can continue their business relationship, which is making t-shirts. And she says no, she's too vulnerable. He tells her he wasn't trying to come at her like that and just wants the t-shirts. She says no, and he sweet talks her and says he knows they can't keep their hands off one another, so they can go get crab legs instead, and they can discuss.
Where are you pulling this inspiration?
I got this from the radio this morning. Yeah, I know it sounds very similar to something else.
A little too close.
So you hear the recording and call him out on it. His response is, if you got to record me, then you're not for me. What you doing?
Bye. We wasn't going to be together anyway. Because you lost me when you was all up in this woman's face.
Also, yeah, I don't know about no being separated for 5 years.
5 years?
Like, I don't know about no all of that. However, he said you not for him. Bye. Deuces.
Yeah,
is that what we gonna do? All of our not that complicated. Leave that nigga.
There's just no way.
No, literally.
Hashtag leave that nigga, okay?
You're talking about something I shouldn't record you, but look what I got. What I didn't record you. It's not as it's not
honestly. It was the audacity for him to get defensive.
And say, right? Why you recording?
If you gotta record me, then you're not for me. Well, baby, you wasn't gonna be for me anyways after we discussed this. But hold up, who you getting an attitude with?
Right, some damn crab legs.
Niggas be more upset about
right
than what they did wrong.
And crab legs are expensive. That's easily $100 expense.
Crap, girl, yeah, gone. I hope you was
get ready to sign them papers.
Right.
Papers.
Period. I hope she did because
I hope she did her life. Yeah. Listen, I was gonna say I hope she had her nigga during they 5 years so she could go right back to her old nigga too. Cause
I hope so too.
I hope she's stronger than the other girl we know who like crab legs.
Yeah.
All right, and this has been another episode of Not That
Complicated. Make sure you guys give us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you subscribe to us on Spotify so you see us in your feed and you know every single Wednesday where you need to be at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on the dot, period. Okay? Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Not That Complicated Pod, and you can also search Not That Complicated Podcast on YouTube so you subscribe and watch us. You know, if you're into the visuals, we're giving viz. So make sure she's ghetto. She's real ghetto. She just yawned. So make sure you do that. And also, if you're feeling fancy, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Sotasia, SeauxTejah.
And me at 2_ Jametra, Jametra.
And I'm Moashco on all social platforms, Moashco. You already know, coming through the
Let's go. Like Shanita said.
Shanita
be like,
Shanita the preacher, Shanita the reader, Shanita the leader.
Time out.
Okay, bitch. No. I was talking about Shanita the Divine.
Shanetta? That's her name. Her name is Shanetta. That's why.
Anyways. Well, you guys are already
light went off.
Preview into next week's episode, what we're going to be talking about. So, if you want to hear about our city girl, hoe, savage phases, stay tuned for next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.